Selebi to pay own medical bills, and thousands of Syrian fleeing Damascus. With the latest news update, I'm Hasina Gori. Convicted former police chief Jackie Selebi will now have to pay his own medical bills. The announcement was made by the hospital where he is being treated following the announcement of his release from prison. Chief Executive of the Steve Biko Academic Hospital in Pretoria, Ernest Kinoshi, says the former police chief will be paying like any other patient at the facility. The Correctional Services Department has been taking care of his payment up to today. Correctional Services Minister Sbu Ndebele earlier said he would be released on medical parole as he was in the final stages of kidney failure. Selebi served 229 days of his 15-year sentence for corruption. Meanwhile, one of the men involved in bringing down Selebi says even though he's been released, justice has still been served. Forensic consultant Paul OSullivan was instrumental in investigations against the former top cop.
I don't think it's up to me to decide who should or should not get medical parole. I'm sure if he's been granted medical parole, there's a solid reason for doing that. I don't believe it's in the interest of justice for any person to be allowed to deliberately die because there's no facilities available to them. On the other side of the coin, I think justice has been served. He has been convicted and he has spent some time incarcerated, perhaps not as long as he should. And at the end of the day, he's no longer the chief of police and South Africa is a better place because of it.
The Agricultural, Forestry and Fisheries Department has warned farmers in Mvembe and Mopani regions of Limpopo to be on the lookout of an exotic fruit fly that attacks fruit and vegetables. Bacteria invadens was detected in Levubu and Deer Park in May. The fruit fly that originates from Asia was first detected in northern Namibia, Botswana and Mozambique. The department's Assistant Director of Plant Health Promotion, Mpho Sekhala, says since then surveillance has been intensified, especially alongside the northern border of South Africa. Sekhala says if the matter is not attended to, farmers will be negatively affected.
It can lay eggs into the fruit and they can make the fruit to rot. And obviously that will also affect the issue of markets. And we can obviously lose some export markets because other countries which don't have the pest, they will put restrictions to say we won't be able to take your fruits because of the Bacteria invaders.
And lastly, thousands of Syrians are fleeing fighting in Damascus, where anti-government rebels are trying to topple the government of President Bashar al-Assad. The United Nations Refugee Agency says people are leaving Syria for Lebanon, Jordan, Turkey and Iraq. Catch the latest news on the hour on SABC radio stations and anytime here on Newsbreak's Option 1.